What's up, everybody? Holding Hands with you here, bringing you Fairytail Final Season Anime Review. This is episode 308, titled The Strongest Demon in the Book of Zeref, or episode 31, depending on where you go to watch it. But, it begins with Brandish, Lucy, and Natsu discussing, about how we have to fight you two because you're an enemy and you're attacking our guild. And Natsu end up grabbing his chest and falling to the floor. And Brandish stated it's because since she was the one who reversed the tumor and made it small, she can make it big again. And she's like, you guys started this, I'm going to end this. So she takes off her choker and her little top, and she faces off against Lucy. And Lucy was struggling, but it was nice to see that Lucy does have in her arsenal not just a whole bunch of different magical attacks and elements, but she also have like city level attacks. There was this one spell that she used with Scorpion, where he made like a sand desert and he leveled like the whole playing field of sand, and then Lucy grabbed Brandish and slammed her into it. That was pretty awesome. I love Lucy's new power after the time skipping all those star dresses she had. She also used another star dress, which was Cancer's, and she had like this old-fashioned female battle kimono on with like these red dual blades, which were scissors. That was awesome. And she was actually fighting Brandish for a while, kind of like this small, because Brandish shrank her, but even though Brandish can shrink her size, she still has the same magic power as always. So that kind of made up like the size difference. And it was kind of annoying for Brandish, so she had to revert her back. And I was kind of thinking of what happened in Dragon Ball Z. If anyone ever watches Dragon Ball Z, if y'all remember, Super Boo had turned Vegito into candy, and he got beat up by that candy, and he had to revert it back. And I kind of just got a flashback glimpse of that while watching this episode, so I liked that part a lot. But unfortunately, their fight got interrupted by Demoria. She comes in and she says, Brandy, as she called her, or Randy, stop, with the charade. You just faking all this act. And Lucy's confused, and she's like, what do you mean? And she's like, she was never planning on killing you. She could have killed you easily before, and that man over there, if she really wanted to. Then after that, she ended up, doing this weird thing, where I think she either claps her teeth, I'm not sure if she, bites down and clapping her teeth, or she just, popping gum or whatever, but it's, this really weird noise that she usually makes before she activates her power, which is the power of time. And she ended up behind Brandish, and she slashed in her side, gushing her open, just letting her just sit there and die. And then she ended up, pounding on Lucy until she fell unconscious. And while this happened, we switched over to Irene, who's still absorbing the power from Mavis, and Zeref comes behind her, like, can you stop for a moment? I want to talk to her one final time. And Irene was like, this is weird, one final time? Why are you being all wishy-washy all of a sudden? Then the real Zeref comes in, and he's like, stop, that's an illusion. And when she looked at it, she's like, illusion? This girl shouldn't be able to use magic. She has the ice collar on. And when she turned around, Mavis was gone. And the power that she extracted from her, which was like this purple orb in the air, was also gone. And I'm like, oh, yes, go Mavis. Mavis was able to escape only thanks to Greg defeating the Winter Soldier Invel, so that was a good thing. But Irene is really, really upset, and Zeref told her to go find her. But everything he said, go find her and not to hurt her. I have a feeling she's gonna go to find her, but she's not gonna restrain herself. She's gonna actually hurt Maris. She probably won't kill her, but she is gonna hurt her badly for tricking her and escaping. And Mavis, she gets saved. Mist comes in and saves her. Then we switch over to Drope and this other guy, the two guys from Livy's team, old team, I guess you can say, since they barely been together. But they get surrounded by enemies, and Gajio comes in, and he has this nice moment when he was like, I have to protect my friends, and they start crying. But then after that, he gets saved by Panther Lily. And then we have this cute moment where, Gajio turns around and he sees Larry, and Larry's looking at him, and and she's crying, but he's, kind kind of like teary-eyed and he's blushing at the same time. And she does like this weird levy kick and she knocks him down. And then she gets on top of him and she starts crying more. And she's like, you almost abandoned me. Don't ever do that again. And he started blushing more. And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. And then we have Zora in the back just laughing. And she's like, cute moment between you, huh? And everyone looked at her like, who are you? And she's like, oh, hi, I'm Zora. And she explained who she is. And we see her disappearing. And she's like, oh, I guess Maris has her memories back. Since I'm just part of her memories, and her memories came back, I'm most likely going to return there. And Libby was kind of like sad about it. And she was like, don't be sad, though. I'm already a dead person. I died hundreds of years ago. So don't worry about me. But do good, Fairytail, and wish her luck. And then she disappeared, and we have this cute moment, as you see on my thumbnails, of Maris and Zora bumping heads in a cute, dramatic way, and they just motivating each other to do better and help the guild and get stronger and find your guildmates. Then we switch over again to Brandish on the floor bleeding out. She actually gets saved by the pharmacist chick, the human version of Grandina. She saves her. And she's not alone. She has Evergreen with her. And as they hear her and they kind of like get information out of her, like where's Lucy, Natsu, and them, they actually ended up trying to search together for her. And then we switch over to what really was going on with Lucy and her group. Lucy was tied up, and so was Natsu. Both of them tied up on a chair, separate from each other, looking at each other from like across the hallway, from an underground cavern. And of course, Demiria was there, and she was like, I gotta make you suffer for what you did to Brandish. And she's like, but you killed her. And she's like, yeah, but you ruined her. And then she teleported to Natsu. And it's funny because when she teleported, she took off also her bar string. And she's like, she's waving it around. And Lucy realized it. So Lucy, of course, freaked out. And they just continue their back and forth conversation. And then she gets on top of Lucy. And Lucy was like, is this teleport magic? And she takes out the same knife that she had used earlier on Brandish, and she's like, I'm gonna gouge out your eyes. And when she was about to do it, she paused and she's like, why aren't you screaming and crying and begging? And Lucy's reply was actually pretty strong and awesome, and it shows you how much character development she had. You know, because the old Lucy would have been scared as tears and would have been begging, but Lucy just looked at her seriously and screamed, and I was like, do what you want, I'm not gonna give you any satisfaction. I don't believe in cowering between you cowards. I already know what my guildmates look like in the city of Maglonia, and I know how to read my books and stuff. I know they sent, so I don't care if you want to gouge out my eyes. And she got real, real mad. And then she was going to do something, but we didn't get to see what it was. It looked like she actually stabbed Lucy in the forehead, but the screen went blank. And when Lucy woke up, she's unchained from the chair, and Natsu's completely missing, and we see Demiria is in the wall, and she looked like she got over toasted. Like you see steam coming from her, and she's freaked out and petrified. And supposedly Natsu did this to her, and she was like, "That thing is not human. He's a demon. He was able to stop my god magic, which is control time." And this is when Brandish and Grandina, human version, and Evergreen comes in, and Brandish was like, "Hey, you have to put her in chains real quick, because her time magic is deadly. If she recovers, she's going to end up beating us all." So, but she fainted anyway, so I'm not sure if they did it or not. But the point of the conversation was that the old lady, Grandina, she told Lucy that that tumor wasn't really a tumor of anti-magic. It was actually something a lot worse. And if that demonic energy in that run rampage, it can actually turn Natsu into one. And then we get to see Natsu all in blaze, just running through like people and stuff, you know, our res soldiers that are armor, the basic ones. And he's headed towards the guild because he senses that Zeref is there, and he just keeps saying Zeref and screaming. But he got stopped by Gray, who was looking for him. So I'm not gonna say what was in the previews because I know people get upset about that. But if you've seen the previews, you see what's about to go down. But yeah, this was another great episode, episode 308/31, depending on where you go, a Fairytail final season. Great stuff. Demaria got rocked easily, and we know how strong she is, so that just goes to show you how strong E&D is. Can't wait for Natsu and Gray to throw hands. The thing about Leary and Gajo, I know a lot of people was upset about that in the manga, because when Leary was on top of Gajo, there was like this close-up shot of her, and you know how her shirt says iron? Well, it said the same thing in the manga. It was a white t-shirt that's beat up with iron on it. But the way it was drawn in the manga, it looked like her breast was like size like F, maybe G. Like Hero drew it like in that part like, real huge, and it was noticeable. Even though if you look at Leary lately from the time skip, you can tell her breast has getting bigger. So I guess Hero did that just for the guys out there. Of course, you know Hiro Mashima, he's a breast dude, and drawing females is the best thing he's good at. But again, he's a good drawer, and it is what it is. Just to give y'all a warning now, not really a spoiler, but episode 309 and 3010 and up, one of those two episodes, there's gonna be a lot of controversial starting from that up, because this is when people in the manga started to actually hate Fairytail more, and a lot of people dropped it and it lost in rankings because of a couple of things that's going to happen from here on up. Hopefully, Hiro Mashima did say he wanted to work with A1 to correct this mistake, so hopefully he keeps his promise. But I'm just letting you know now, because I might go on a rant video when that happens, because there were certain things that's like just didn't make sense. But and then there's certain things that people got upset about that did make sense, so I might have to be corrected as well. But again, this was a great episode. If you have not watched it, please go watch it. But that's all I have for you guys. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share with your family and friends. Give this video a like. Follow me on Twitter. Link me down below. Also, comment. Did you like the episode? Did you hate the episode? What was your favorite part? What are you expecting for next episode? And for those who are manga readers like myself, please no spoilers. Don't spoil it for nobody else. I will block y'all. But that's all I have for you guys. Peace out and have a good one.